Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It's our Old Town Girl High School Football Game of the Week. Tonight, we're back in New Tazewell, Tennessee. We go back into regional play as the Claiborne Bulldogs play host to the 7th-ranked Johnson County Longhorns. Both these teams still well in the hunt for the regional championship. Both these teams needing a regional victory tonight to help try to secure their way into November. Who walks out the winner? Stay tuned to find out. It's Johnson County. It's Claiborne. It's homecoming 2018. It's our Old Town Girl Game of the Week, and it's next. There's the opening whistle. Kicker's in motion, and we are underway here in New Tazewell as this one eventually has to be picked up by Laws, and it's picked up at the 5. Trying to reverse field, and he's going to be taken down near the 11-yard line. Not a good start for Claiborne as the ball kind of just fell dead. We've had a lot of rain through the week. Imagine this field's going to play a lot stickier, if you will. When the ball hits it, it's going to stick for the most part, and we saw it there on that kickoff.
Yeah, sure. That was a prime example. Do give credit to Johnson County linebacker Tyler Norris, who was the first one there to stop Laws. But as you said, you got to pick up that football a little bit earlier. Seemed like it may be skipping out of bounds at first, but as you said, we've had so much rain this week. The field's very unpredictable.
It's a K and K metal, first down and 10. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Starting quarterback is Eli Stone. He'll go under the center with split backs behind him. Man in motion now from the left to the right. Johnson County loading the box. There's going to be a handoff going nowhere. Ball's over on the far side of the field. And it'll be second down.
You mentioned that Johnson County loaded the box. I think that was a little bit of an understatement. The farthest back Longhorn there on the first down was lined up right next to the official, not too far behind the linebackers. I think that Johnson County was definitely expecting the run. They've been very strong between the trenches all season long.
So a loss of one will make it second down and 11. Again, one receiver to the left side. They'll split one to the right. Man in motion from the right to the left. Pitch out to that man in motion on a sweep. Trying to find a hole and getting taken down near the 10, 11-yard line. Will be Claiborne. It's going to be third down. It will Storm Livesey on the carry.
Coach Medlin recognizing that the run up the middle on first down didn't amount to much, so they try to bounce it off to the outside, which is a good strategy since there's not a whole lot of Johnson County defenders out there, especially on the defensive backside, but the speed from the Longhorn linebackers was there to make the stop.
Third down and 10 here for Claiborne. Still early, 10:50 and counting first quarter, first offensive drive for the Bulldogs. One receiver to the left side. They're going to split three receivers now to the right. Stone stands in the gun. He has a back behind him as he stands in the pistol. It's Laws. Stone dropping, rolls right, stops, pops, throws. It's going to be complete as it was caught by Hayden Holland, but did he get enough?
We'll see how the official spotted. I believe he was a few yards short of the first down marker, if I'm not mistaken, just upon the first glance. I do believe that should Claiborne find some success offensively here tonight, they're going to have to line up with that same look all night long, with that spread look. Give Stone some time to throw some quick passes to try and get these Bulldog receivers out in space. Holland is going to have to be a primary target tonight as Claiborne's best receiver.
And that will bring Evan Poor back to punt as it was 8 yards on the pass completion. Sets up fourth down and 3. Watch for Johnson County to bring the heat here. Poor fumbles it. He's got a pick. He's just going to fall on it. Just going to fall out, not even try to kick this one, and it'll be a turnover on downs in Johnson County. We'll have a first down and goal to go. It looks like the ball's going to be spotted around the 5-yard line.
Mistake by the Claiborne offensive line. Again, the snap to the punter was just a little bit too low. And again, really didn't have a lot of time to boot it away. Probably was a safe decision to go ahead and fall on it and not risk further disaster. But nonetheless, Johnson County starts this drive well into the red zone.
They're going to start at the Claiborne 6-yard line. And the starting quarterback is Troy Arnold, a 6 foot, 215-pound senior. And it's going to be a direct snap to the left side and into the end zone. Touchdown, Johnson County on play number 1. I believe that was Nathan Lane, number 4, the 5'10 running back that took the snap.
Yeah, get used to saying Nathan Lane's name tonight, as he is one of 2 huge Johnson County productive runners here on the season. Again, you mentioned Arnold is the QB for the Longhorns. However, it was a direct snap. Good call at the 6-yard line, and Lane riding that convoy, the offensive line in front of him, has no problems getting to pay dirt.
On for the hold will be Zach Eller. On for the attempt will be Tyrone McFadden. Snap down. The attempt by McFadden is not actually taken, as the holder had to pick up and run away with it, and the extra point is no good. Timeout on the field with 9:47 left to go. Let's take you to the break. Our new score is Johnson County 6. It's Claiborne 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Back out to Bulldog Field, 9:47 left to go, first quarter. Longhorns strike first, 1 play, 6 yards, 5 seconds off the clock. It was a 6-yard run by Lane, set up by the fumbled punt. And the Longhorns have a 6-0 lead as they'll kick this one off to Claiborne. And once again, this one will go out of bounds just at the last second, and Claiborne gets away with one there. Now they'll have some good field position, because that's what stopped on that last drive.
Exactly. A little bit better fortunes this time for the Claiborne special teams, as this one just rolled out of bounds at the last second. Again, it seemed like it may or may not have. Could have been the same result as before. But as you said, there wasn't much that Claiborne could do on the last drive with the bad field position. It didn't help that the first 2 run plays that were called on the drive didn't amount to much. Actually, a loss of 1 before the 8-yard pass completion. So now being able to, actually it seems that Johnson County is going to re-kick here.
You're right.
So,
again,
never mind.
So Claiborne's going to make them kick. They got Laws and they've got Poor back there. They want to put it in their hands and see what they can do with it.
And I think that's a good call from Coach Medlin, as they definitely showcase a lot of speed for Claiborne. And, you know, a huge kickoff return could definitely reverse the tide here early on in the first quarter.
Once again, Kimball to kick this one off. It's going to be another low liner. It's going to take a bounce. Will that get into the end zone? No, it's starting at the 1. Coming back out with it to the 5, to the 10, and taking a hit before it gets to the 10-yard line. That was Poor, and now the ball will be at the 8-yard line. So sometimes you want to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers. That time, again, it doesn't work. It skips a little bit on this wet ground, and now they're faced with another bad starting field position.
You mentioned that the kick was a line drive. It was a line drive. It seemed like it was going about 100 miles an hour, as the skip of the ball really helped, and it forced Poor to pick it up essentially at the half-yard line, and there wasn't much he could do from then on.
Stone again in the quarterback. He'll have 2 receivers to the left side. Stone goes under the center. He's got split backs behind him. Stone hands off to the fullback, coming up to the 15. Plowing his way to the 20-yard line. On the run was Laws, and Laws brings the ball out to the 22-yard line. There's the first big run of the night.
If Claiborne is to keep up this run game, if they are to try and establish a powerful run game tonight, it's got to be a heavy dose of Bryce Laws, the senior running back here, for his final homecoming appearance. We mentioned that I think Claiborne's going to have to line up in the shotgun or the pistol tonight for the majority of the day to get some success. You couldn't really do it there, backed up near your own end zone, and that was a great play call, lining up Laws at fullback.
It's a Kane, came out of first down and 10 off the 14-yard run. 2 receivers to the left side again. Stone under the center with split backs. He's going to hand off once again. No, he's keeping it himself this time. Did not get the block on the end, and he'll be swallowed up for a gain of, let's call it 3.
Weston Throop, a senior for the Longhorns who starts at linebacker, was there to make the tackle. It seemed, I was like you, Adam, I was faked out by the run up the middle, hadn't realized that Stone had kept the ball himself, although, like you mentioned, didn't get the block that he was hoping for, and as I mentioned, Throop brings Stone down to the turf.
He gets one block. He may have got 6 on that one.
Yes.
Second down. Let's call it 7 yards to go. This time 2 receivers to the right side. Stone again goes under the center, split backs. Johnson County with 6 down linemen. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, out to the 30-yard line. And on the run was, I believe, Livesey this time.
Tyrone McFadden, a 6'1", 200-pound linebacker at junior for Johnson County, makes the stop on the fullback dive. Again, Coach Medlin likes that fullback dive option for Claiborne, lining up with 2 backs behind Stone under center. And now you've got a 3rd down and manageable after that run. A key play there on 2nd down. So hopefully Claiborne can keep the drive moving to keep the momentum off of the Laws run on the first play of the drive that got this one started.
Let's call this 3rd down and 2. Play clock is now at 7. They've got to hurry to the line. 2 receiver to the left side. Make it now 3 receiver to the left side, and we're going to get a stoppage here. I believe Claiborne has called their first timeout, and they have. 7:38 left to go first quarter. We'll take it with them. Our score is Johnson County 6. It's Claiborne 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Back at the Bulldog field, we still have 7:38 left to go here inside of the first quarter. Johnson County leads this one by the score of 6-0. Claiborne calling their first timeout of the contest, faced now with 3rd down and 2. 0 for 1 on 3rd down so far. If you're just joining us, Claiborne had the ball to start, went 3 and out. Their punt attempt was fumbled by the punter, set Johnson County up at the 6-yard line, and they punched it in on the first play. And this is the second offense possession for the Bulldogs. Out of the timeout, 2 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Ace backfield behind Stone, who's in the center, under the center. Stone dropping, feeling pressure, throws off. It is going to be complete out to the 35-yard line into the hands of Hayden Holland, and that will be good enough for the K Metal 1st down and 10.
Great recognition from Eli Stone. Again, it seemed like he was maybe going to scramble at the last moment, but I believe it was McFadden who kind of pushed him out of the pocket and forced him to throw the ball. Luckily, Hayden Holland was there to secure it. Kind of looked like a volleyball player trying to dig the ball underneath there and secure the ball, and he does so, and it's a results of 1st down.
Ball's on the 35-yard line on the near hash mark. K Metal 1st down and 10. 2 receiver to the left side. Split backs behind Stone, again under the center. Johnson County with 6 down linemen up on the line. It's going to be a handoff to the 40. And being upended out of the 45-yard line. On the run was Bryce Laws. He's close to the 1st down marker once again.
Johnson County lining up a lot of Longhorns in the box as close to the line of scrimmage as possible, but they cannot stop Bryce Laws at the fullback dive. Claiborne's offensive line's performing pretty well here in the opening drive, so they're answering the call so far. Another tough run from Laws.
Another K Metal 1st down and 10. Now the nose of the ball right on the Claiborne 45-yard line, still in the near hash mark. Claiborne will send 2 receivers to the left side. Again, split backs behind Stone, goes under the center. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers up on the lineman's rear ends. As Stone drops, looks, rolls off to his left side, pumps, stops, and takes a hit and goes out of bounds at about the 47-yard line for a scramble of 2.
Claiborne again lining up with that same formation. All the receivers that were available were to the left of Stone. Again, good coverage by Johnson County to expect a pass there on 1st down. But again, Stone was able to pick up a minimal gain on 1st down. Again, it's always nice for the confidence to not allow a sack there or allow a tackle for a loss on the opening down.
2nd down and 8. 2 receiver to the right side. Now using the wide side of the field. Stone will go under the center against split backs behind him. Johnson County still loading the box. Pitch out to the right side. Livesey makes one person miss, still on his feet to the 50, and gets taken down by the shoestrings in Johnson County territory at the Longhorn 48.
Livesey, an underrated ball carrier for Claiborne as a sophomore. He's battled injuries off and on this season, made a nice move in the backfield to juke a would-be Johnson County tackler, and this is the same scenario as a few plays ago, a third down and manageable. This is what wins you ball games here, collecting drives like this. Again, Johnson County's only had one offensive play the entire ball game thus far.
Third down and 3. Two receivers to the left side. Stone goes under the center with split backs. Stone, handoff. No, he keeps it himself to the 45, and again gets tripped up at the last second. He'll fall forward to the 41 and picks up another cane. Came out a first down and 10.
That has happened 2 or 3 times here on this drive where a Claiborne ball carrier has been just a few steps away from breaking a good run into a huge run, a momentum swinging run. Eli Stone with a nice play fake, a nice juke again in the backfield, and another move of the sticks.
They are keeping the ball, for the most part, out of the middle of that Johnson County defense. Here's a cane, came out first down and 10. Ball at the Longhorn 41. Two receivers left side, split backs behind Stone. Stone, pitch out to the near side. Cut back to the 40. Still on his feet to the 35 and going forward to the 34-yard line. I believe that was Bryce Laws. No, excuse me, that is 4. It was Bryce Laws, 24. I saw a 4 and it kind of caught me off guard there, but it was Laws on the run. He'll take the ball to the 34 for a gain of 7.
Laws was freed up by a nice block from the senior Riley Hager, gave him a lot of space outside.
Second down and 3. Two receivers to the right side. Against split backs behind Stone. Stone, hands off. This is Livesey running right side, trying to fight Longhorns for the first down marker. They'll mark him down at about the 31-yard line, which is close to the end of the chain.
Storm Livesey runs very similar to Bryce Laws in that they're both very tough. They're both very physical runners. And with another nice run, another third down and short, another third down and very short here for Claiborne. The rushing attack, after getting off to a very slow start on the first drive, is working like a well-oiled machine here on drive number 2.
They got that first down on this drive, and it's got a momentum.
Yes.
It's going to be third down in inches. Ball at the Longhorn 31-yard line. 4:07 in counting first quarter. Johnson County leads this one 6-0. Two receivers to the near side. Stone up the middle, quarterback keep. He's going to, well, they're eventually going to push him down to the ground. Where will they mark it? It's at the 31-yard line, which is where the ball was at. Interesting to see. They're going to give it to him. First down, Eli Stone.
Wow. The offensive line gave Stone just enough of a push to extend past the first down marker. You've got to believe, even if it was short, Claiborne was going to line up and go for that one anyway. So it had to be 4-down territory, as it has been since they've crossed into the Johnson County side of the field. And again, sets up another first down. And Claiborne's offense has really been impressive so far in drive number 1, not only with the plays, but also taking a lot of time off this clock.
They're moving the ball and keeping Johnson County's offense off the field. Takei came out of first down. Two receivers left side. Make it now one to the right. Stone dropping, looking, still dropping. Throws off left side. It's complete to the 21-yard line. Stutter stepping and getting taken down at about the 20-yard line. On the catch, Hayden Holland.
And then with the success of the run game, that opens up the passing. A great call on first down to drop back under center and find Hayden Holland for another first down gain. That's already his third catch of the night, his second catch on this drive, and another first down. Remember, this drive started all the way back inside the Claiborne, what was it, the 10-yard line, I believe?
It was at the 8.
Unbelievable drive here.
Ball's now at the 20 for the Kane. Came out first down and 10. Two receiver to the left side. Stone goes under the center with split backs. Ball's in the near hash mark. Stone, hands off. Going to the near sideline to the 15. On the run was Greg Goins, another new running back.
And the Johnson County defense has got to try and find a way to solve this fullback dive. Again, like you said, they've kept the ball away from the teeth of that Johnson County defense, and the blocking for Claiborne is doing its part, setting up right there. It was a first down run that went for 5 yards. You'll take that every single play.
Second down and 5. Now they'll split two receivers off to the right side, which is Holland and Dale Irvin. Split backs behind Stone. It is Goins and Laws in the backfield. Hand off Laws up the middle. He's going to get the first down to the 10, and he's going to fall forward close to the 9-yard line.
The way that this drive is going, and with the clock keeping on running and with the runs, Johnson County may not have another offensive play here in this quarter. They've had one snap on the offensive side of the field, which was a touchdown after the fumbled punt from Claiborne, but since then, the Bulldogs' offense has been magnificent here in the first quarter.
Johnson County will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:03 left to go. It is Johnson County 6. It is Claiborne 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
We have 2:03 left to go here inside of the first quarter. Claiborne's got the ball at the Johnson County 10-yard line. It'll be a K&K Metal first down, goal to go, as Johnson County just spent their first time out here of the first half. Longhorns lead this one 6-0, but we are approaching 10 minutes played here inside of the first quarter, and Johnson County's have one offensive play.
And that is due to this second drive here from Claiborne that started all the way back at their own 8. They've been able to keep the Johnson County defense on the field.
Two receivers to the left, split backs behind Stone. Stone's going to throw it out. It is complete to the 5, and falling forward, trying to the 4-yard line was Holland.
We mentioned on the first 3 and out for Claiborne that Holland was going to have to be a primary target here, and with the play fake, again faking it with the fullback dive that has been so successful all night long, and lining it up and giving it right to number 15, that being Holland, to push to the 5-yard line, and they're knocking on the door.
Second down, goal to go here for Claiborne. One receiver, make it now 2 receivers to the near side. Ball's on the near hash mark as they go from right to left. Trying to go into the south end zone. Stone goes under the center of split backs. Stone is going to hand off, and this time the Longhorn defense stands it up as Goins goes nowhere.
It's the first time in a while that this Johnson County defensive line has been able to make a play before it gets going. Again, they have been lining up several players here in the box, and now with only 5 yards for Claiborne to go until we hit the end zone, the Johnson County defense is going to need more of that from the Longhorn D-line.
Under 1 minute left to go here inside of the first quarter. Third down, goal to go. Ball's on the 5. 2 receiver to the left side. Split backs behind Stone. Stone, option. Pitches out. This is Goins trying to get somewhere, but the speed of Johnson County will send them for a loss, as it's going to be a loss of 6 back to the 11.
A junior starting running back playing in at linebacker for Johnson County, Jared Kimball, a junior, smelled that pitch from Stone before he even committed to it, and he was able to wrestle Goins down to the turf well into the backfield.
So now it's going to be 4th down, goal to go, ball resting at the 11. Big momentum for either team here. If it's a stop, Johnson County's got to feel great. If it's in the end zone, Claiborne feels great for the long play.
And even if Claiborne doesn't find the sticks here, you still have to feel confident with your offense, as you've been on the field for almost this entire first quarter.
This will be the final play, more than likely, of the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left side. And I believe Coach Medlin had to call a second timeout. He did as the play clock was rolling down. It was at 2. And he'll spend the second timeout. We're going to hold it here for just a second as we're up against the end of the quarter break here. This drive for Claiborne starts back at their own 8-yard line with 9:47 left to go in the first quarter. They have effectively taken off 9:42 off the clock, but you got to wonder if it'll mean as much if they don't put 6 on the board here.
I think it still will mean as much if they don't score, just because of the way they've been able to move the football. I think that it's been a statement here to the Johnson County defense. Again, we start off the match, that is Claiborne, with a 3-and-out, a fumbled punt that results in a Johnson County score 1 play later, and then the Claiborne faithful here may be thinking to themselves, oh no, another slow start, and this could be just a snowball effect. But here in this drive, Claiborne, with Eli Stone or Bryce Laws, Hayden Holland, whoever it may be, they've been motivated here to change the swing of this game.
Claiborne's going to attempt a field goal. On for the hole to be Hayden Holland. On for the attempt to be Grayson Howard. See where he'll put the ball down. This will roughly be a 29-yard attempt from the right hash. Snap down. Holland's attempt is up, blocked. Holland's attempt is blocked, and it'll be picked up by Johnson County to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Longhorns. All the momentum out of the ball this time as the field goal is blocked, and Johnson County runs it all the way back to the end zone.
Wow, that was truly shocking in every sense of the word. Claiborne had done everything right but convert. We've seen that time and time again. That can be a key Achilles heel for a football team, to be able to move the ball effectively but get down to the red zone and not be able to convert. And Claiborne again with the option run that resulted in a loss of downs on third down. And then who would have thought we had a blocked field goal that resulted in 6 points the other way.
So again, Johnson County will attempt the extra point. This time the attempt is up, and the attempt is no good. Time out of the field, end of the first quarter. Our new score, it is Johnson County 12. It is Claiborne 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Welcome back as we start the second quarter of action here at Bulldog Field. Our score, Johnson County 12. It is Claiborne 0 as Johnson County gets ready to kick this one off. And it'll be a better kick taken over to the far sideline. Nobody over there. Claiborne's got to eventually just pick it up at around the 5. Reversing some field to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and eventually being taken out over on the far sideline. At about the 32, 33-yard line was Goins, and Claiborne gets some good field position to start this drive.
There's the kickoff return potential that we had alluded to. Goins essentially stopping on a dime and sending all the Johnson County defenders one way. He had a lot of room to run on the sideline. Obviously here, as we start the second quarter, the 12-0 score in favor of Johnson County is not indicative of the way that this matchup has gone so far. Again, with the Longhorns running one play on offense, they've got 12 points to show for it, along with that defensive touchdown. But Claiborne, again, with their best field position thus far, we've got to keep the momentum that they had established on their previous drive.
One receiver to the left side, one to the right on a K&K Metal first down. This is Stone handing off, coming to the far sideline, back up the middle, out to the 39-yard line. And on the carry was Livesey.
Jared Kimball again with another tackle for Johnson County. That junior linebacker whose primary position is on offense for the running back, he's been everywhere there on the Johnson County defense. But again, 5 yards, that steady pickup on every play is working in Claiborne's favor.
Second down and 5. Two receiver to the right side. Stone goes under the center, split backs behind him. Stone hands off, coming to the near sideline of the 40. Trying to cut out and going down about the 44-yard line again is Livesey on the run. They'll mark him actually out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Nevertheless, 8 yards, good enough for the K&K Metal. First down and 10.
It seems as we revert back to the first drive for just a moment that Claiborne offensive line and those running backs may have been intimidated a little bit at the start of the game by seeing all these Johnson County players lined up right at the line of scrimmage, but now they've been able to kind of face their fears, if you will, a little bit, and they have showed no fear or hesitation in the last 2 drives at all. This running game has really been working well.
Ball's on the near hash mark at the 43. Two receiver to the left side. Stone again under the center with split backs. Stone pitches out to the left side. This is Goins trying to find a hole. He's got to stop and eventually just goes down as, again, Johnson County's speed will take Goins down at the 39-yard line for a loss of 4.
There were a lot of Johnson County tacklers in the area to make the stop for the big loss. Curtis Lowe among them, a junior 5'10", 190-pound defensive end for Johnson County. So again, that was I think, the first negative play on first down for Claiborne in quite some time. Again, they have 2 plays to try and make up for that lost yardage.
Second down, 14. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Stone goes under the center, and a wing type looking at formation. Stone fakes the pitch, just runs up the middle. He kind of looked back and was like, hey, there's a hole here, and I'll run through it. And he got all the way back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that was the initial design when the play was drawn up, but nonetheless, you'll take it for positive yards. Again, it seemed like the defense came in the backfield a little bit too fast to try and smother those other running backs that were behind Stone, but Stone recognized that and said, okay, I'll just keep it myself and run between the tackles.
3rd down and 8 for Claiborne. They're already 3 for 5 on 3rd downs here this evening. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Pistol formation for Stone. Stone dropping, looking. Now here comes the pressure from Johnson County. Stone's just got to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete as the receiver comes back over to the area to prevent grounding. And bring up 4th down.
Again, Claiborne, they're having to line up in the gun with 3rd down and 8 to go. You see, there's the difference with a 3rd down and 8 call versus a 3rd down and 3 or a 3rd down and 2 that the Bulldogs had a lot of on their previous drive. 3rd down and 8, you've primarily got to try and put the ball into the air. The Johnson County pass rush came in. Wasn't there at first for the first couple of seconds, but once it came in full force and caused the incompletion.
4th down upcoming for Claiborne. And Stone's going back on the field. They're going to go for this.
Johnson County may not be aware of it. They're still lined up.
They're lined up in punt formation.
Yeah, lined up in the punt return look.
4th down and 8. Coaches are trying to scrim at Johnson County to get in position. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Stone in the pistol, dropping, looking, throws it off. It's over the head of Laws. Incomplete. Tried to set up a screen to the far side. And now it's going to turn it over on downs, and the Longhorns will have the ball in Claiborne territory at the 45.
Trying to catch the Longhorn defense off guard to try and rush Stone and throw it to a wide open Bryce Laws for the screen pass that I believe had been completed, would have been enough to get the first down. You give the senior a lot of room to run through. He would have made the most of it, but nonetheless, the Longhorns take over now at the 45 for the first time since just minutes into this contest.
The last time they had the ball, there was 9:52 left to go in the first quarter. Now there's 9:17 left to go second quarter. On a K&K Meadow first down. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Again, your starting quarterback is Troy Arnold. Man in motion from the right to the left. Arnold drops, rolls off right side, looking, throws. Almost intercepted by Laws as it hit him right in the hands. I think it was a little behind him as he was going one direction, the ball the other. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Johnson County almost had another one-play drive as it was nearly intercepted by Bryce Laws. Again, as you mentioned, it was a little bit behind him. Nonetheless, you'll take the deflected pass. Again, it looks like Johnson County will be trying to put the ball in the air a lot with Arnold, the senior quarterback. But good defense there by Claiborne on first
Second down and 10. 2 receivers off to either side. Shotgun formation for Arnold. Man in motion now from the left to the right is Lane. It's going to be Arnold on the keeper to the 45. He's to the 40 and gets taken down. And it'll bring up 3rd down after 5 yards on the quarterback scramble.
Nice tackle by Claiborne's Storm Livesey, the sophomore, again, running back who also plays DB for the Bulldogs, to hit Arnold low there on the quarterback scramble and only cause a 5-yard gain, stopping him in his tracks.
Again, Arnold stands 6 foot, weighs 215. If it tells you anything, his defensive position is defensive end.
Yeah, he's not an easy runner to bring down.
3rd down and 5. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Believe Johnson County might have broke the huddle. Nope, they had 1 go off to the sideline. I thought they might have had an illegal substitution. They only had 10 on the field, and with 8:32 left to go, they'll take their second timeout. We'll take this one as well. To the break, Johnson County leading Claiborne by the score of 12-0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
8:32 left to go first half. Longhorns lead the Bulldogs 12-0. Third down and 5 upcoming for Johnson County. They'll split one receiver to the left side. Look at Claiborne with 5 down linemen. Here comes a misdirection to the near side, to the 40. Claiborne officially hits it and gets the stop. Ball is out, and I believe Claiborne has fallen on at the 44-yard line. We'll wait and get the official indication here. And they're going to say fourth down, but Claiborne will stop Johnson County for a gain of 1.
It was Grant Johnson, a sophomore linebacker, who was able to make first contact with the Johnson County ball carrier. Again, he was then popped a few moments later, and I was like you, Adam. I thought Claiborne had fallen on top of that loose ball at first glance, but now here with fourth down, it looks like Johnson County is going to punt it away. What a job by the Claiborne defense to not give up.
They're going to go for
ground.
this.
It looked like they were going to punt it at first.
2 receiver to the near side, to the right. Fourth down and 4. Arnold in a gun has a back to the left side. Man in motion from the right to the left. Arnold rolling, looking. Got the receiver there, throws it. It's complete. Out around the 30-yard line. It was completed out to Jared Kimball. They'll mark him out at the 31. A gain of 8, and it's another gain. Came out on first down and 10.
J.J. Helderman was the Claiborne defender that was assigned to Kimball. Again, just a little bit late on the rotation and results in the first down. Again, I was saying it was a great job by Claiborne. I thought they were going to get off the field as it seemed that Johnson County may have been able to punt the ball away. But again, Coach Curley decides to go for it, and it pays off.
It's a Kane came out on first down and 10 at the Bulldog 31-yard line. 2 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Arnold in the gun, man in motion now from the right to the left. Arnold dropping, throws off, incomplete. Almost intercepted as Jimmy Dale Irvin had the best look at that one, just too high up the ladder, and I bring up second down.
Zach Eller, a senior wide receiver for Johnson County, was the intended target. Arnold knew who he was going to throw it to before the play even began with the one-on-one coverage on the far sideline. But again, second time in this drive that the Claiborne defense has been just inches away from an INT.
Second down and 10 now for the Longhorns. 7:40 left to go first half. 2 receivers right side, 2 to the left. 4 down linemen for Claiborne. Arnold hands off up the middle, and being wrapped around and taken down was Stacy Greer, who has his first carry, and they might have given him a yard. They'll bring up third down.
And give Grant Johnson credit again for the stop on defense. Again, he's been successful there, diving at the legs of Johnson County's ball carriers, and it results in a minimal gain. Now for 3rd and 9, you've got to have that same result for Claiborne.
3rd down and 9, 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Arnold again in the gun with a back to the right side. Arnold going to roll off right side. Here comes the pressure. He avoids it, stops, pops, throws it short, and it's almost intercepted again by Bryce Laws, but it's going to be incomplete and bring up another 4th down.
Well, the 3rd time wasn't a charm for the interception. As we mentioned, Laws just moments away again from another interception, but Gage Caleb's senior defensive lineman for Claiborne came in there like he was shot out of a cannon. He bullied that offensive lineman almost to force Arnold out of the pocket, and now it's a 4th down and a lot longer than the previous call.
If Laws catches that one, he could run all night.
Yes, you're right about that.
It'll be 4th down and 9. Well, again, the Longhorns are going to go for this. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Shotgun formation for Arnold. Back to the right side. Arnold drops, feels some pressure, steps up, gets hit as he throws. It's a jump ball up in the air, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Claiborne. I believe that was Livesey. Livesey intercepts the pass. Claiborne will have the ball at the 6-yard line. It's 4th down. You got to knock it down.
Well, I guess I can say at this time, it was nonetheless a good stand for the Claiborne defense.
It was.
You mentioned on 4th down, probably should have knocked that one down as you would get better field position. But give credit for that turnover to the senior defensive line duo, Spencer Cunningham and Riley Hager. We've said a lot of new names there up front for that Claiborne defense that were able to get in Arnold's face and force the eventual interception. Now Claiborne's got to get out of their own inside deep into their own territory.
It's a K and came out on 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 6-yard line. 2 receiver to the right side. It's going to be a handoff to Laws, and Laws will go. Might have got about a half a yard on that one. Bring up second down.
It's so ironic. They had 3 chances to get interceptions on plays that weren't fourth down. They finally do on a play when it should have been knocked down. But nonetheless, here now with Claiborne, we've seen them have a lot of success when they have yards and yards and yards out in front of them. And we'll see if they can try and clear some of that distance and open up the play calling once more.
Second down and 10. 2 receivers to the right side. They're going to split now 2 to the left. Shotgun formation for Stone. Now moves another receiver over to the right side. Now it's 3 to the right. Back in the backfield with Stone. Here comes a screen. He's got to roll off right side, throws, and it's incomplete. Threw it almost intended for Holland, and it'll bring up third down.
Ball was also in the area of Bryce Laws. I think that he may have intended number 24, but I think that his head was turned a little bit, and that was because Johnson County's Tyler Norris got to Eli Stone very quickly, and Laws wasn't expecting the pass to be off the hands of Stone so quickly, and that forced the incompletion.
6:07 left to go first half. Johnson County leading Claiborne 12-0. This will be the 7th third down Claiborne has faced here so far in this half. They are 3 of 6 so far. 2 receivers to the right side. 1 to the left. Stone in the gun, has a back to his right. Stone dropping. No pressure really from Johnson County. He's going to throw it up. Another jump ball. Holland's there. He catches it. The problem is he's about a step or 2 out of bounds.
Another nice catch from Holland, but as you said, running stride for stride with Johnson County's Zach Eller, who is a senior defensive back who also plays wide receiver. So two players that have a knack for catching the football. Only problem was it was out of bounds. What would have been a huge first down conversion is instead going to result in a punt and dangerous territory here, as we saw the last punt was fumbled down inside of Claiborne's own end zone.
Evan Poor in his own end zone, about 5 yards deep, will set back to punt. Johnson County has a receiver at their at the Claiborne 35-yard line. Longhorns may bring pressure. Low snap. This one does get off over to the far sideline, and it's going to take a Claiborne bounce and goes out at the 37-yard line. The punter, Poor, I believe, took a hit, but I do not see a flag on the play. And the Longhorns will have a K&K Meadow first down and 10.
Well, credit to Poor, the junior, for first of all even being able to get that punt off with a huge rush coming his way, and to have it be a pretty decent punt at that to give Johnson County field position at the 37. Now Claiborne has got to have a nice stand from their defense, reminiscent of the previous drive, which stopped the Longhorns moving the chains in a fourth down.
1 receiver to either side. It's a K&K Meadow first down and 10. A wing to either side. Now a man in motion from the left to the right, hand off on a misdirection, going off to that side to the 35 and falling forward about the 31-yard line is Nathan Lane.
Nathan Lane for Johnson County. The Longhorns lining up for that quick first down call. I think it may have caught Claiborne's defense off guard just a tad, maybe not set all the way. And now with a second down and short off the nice run on first down.
Second down, let's call it 3 yards to go here for the Longhorns. Ball's on the far hash mark as they go toward the south end zone. 2 receivers to the right side. Ace backfield behind Arnold. Arnold, misdirection, now up toward the middle of the field, and Claiborne's all over this one. As this time it was Jared Kimball trying to go up the middle, and Claiborne's defense had that one scouted.
I saw J.J. Helderman in there. I saw Gage Caleb's in there for Claiborne, along with a lot of other linebackers and defensive linemen that stopped that run right in its tracks before it could get started. Now with third down and 5, again, you've got to believe it will be fourth down territory again for Johnson County if they do not make it. So again, the Claiborne D's got to hold their ground again and try and get the ball back.
Hey guys, we got a wide receiver.
Third down and 3. 1 receiver to the left side. Man in motion to the left to the right. Misdirection going to the far sideline again. This is Johnson County getting the first down out to the 25-yard line. On the run was Nathan Lane. It took more than one hit, but Lane does move the chains.
Yeah, somehow Lane was able to stay on his feet despite taking a heavy hit near the first down marker and give Johnson County a few extra yards and move the chains. That's definitely a clutch run from Lane. Again, we mentioned he's got a very impressive resume entering tonight's ball game, and he shows you why there.
It's a K&K Meadow first down and 10 for the Longhorns at the 24-yard line. That was their first third down conversion tonight. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, Arnold in the gun. Going to quarterback draw up the middle. He's got some room, taking some hits. Flag on the play As Arnold eventually will go down at about the 20-yard line, but let's see what the penalty is going to be for.
You talked about Johnson County just had their first third down conversion of the night. There's our first penalty of the night with just 4 minutes to go until the half. How about that?
First offensive, I will say, because we have one kickoff out of bounds.
That's true.
We have holding against Johnson County.
So now the Bulldogs will try and have to capitalize on that holding call from against the Longhorns that backs them up essentially to where they just about started this past drive.
Gives us an opportunity to let you know our officials tonight are out of the Knoxville Football Officials Association. Our referee tonight is Eric Seymour. The umpire, Chris Warwick. Line judge, Cade Trusley. Head linesman, J.T. Coleman. And the back judge is Nick Miller. It'll be a K&K Metal first down, and let's call it 21 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation for Arnold, has it back to his right side. Arnold feeling pressure, sets up the screen, and it's there. It's complete out to the 35 and out to about the 29-yard line is where the screen will eventually go. As on the reception was Stacy Greer, number 3.
J.J. Helderman of Claiborne brought down the Johnson County running back, the receiver, on the screen pass. Good call on first down, especially when you have a lot of room to work with. The screen pass can catch the defense off guard at times and give you a lot of room to run with. Goes for 6 yards there. Not a bad start after the holding penalty.
Second down, 15. 2 receivers to the left side, again 2 to the right. Arnold again in the gun with a back to his right side. Arnold once again dropping, looking, throws off to the left, and it's going to be incomplete. Short on that pass as it was intended for Eric Neely. And it's going to bring up third down again for the Longhorns.
The pass was just too low there. Had the pass been completed, Hayden Holland would have been right there in the vicinity for Claiborne to make the tackle as soon as there would have been a catch. But now third down and very long for Johnson County. Got to believe they'll try and put the ball in the air again as it's probably fourth down territory once more.
Longhorns 1 for 3 on third downs so far. This one's third down and 15. 2 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Arnold by himself. Man in motion from the left to the right. And we're going to get a stoppage. And I believe the Longhorns are going to have jumped here. We're going to see what the call is going to be. It's going to be against Claiborne. Offside against the Bulldogs will make it third down and a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah, it seems just like the movement there in the backfield fooled the Claiborne defensive line and caused them to move first just a little bit and move the football forward about 5 yards. And that makes it from 3rd and 14 now to 3rd and 9.
Third down. 2 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, Arnold in the gun by himself. Man in motion is Lane from the left to the right. Arnold pitches out to Lane. Lane wants to throw it. No, he's going to run with it this time with the fake, and he's going to be swallowed up over on the far sideline. No, he's still on his feet to the 25, to the near sideline, reversing field to the 20, but gets taken down at the 20-yard line. All that running and no first down.
Well, it was a credit to Claiborne to stay persistent there and chasing Nathan Lane all around the field. Bryce Laws had the stop. It seemed that Johnson County had a lot of room to work with when I think it was maybe Corey Neely for the Longhorns who threw a big block at the beginning of that play on Storm Livesey, but again, didn't really go for much. And now it's fourth down and about 6 yards to go for Johnson County. So again, that's a defensive win there for Claiborne.
He ran around the world just to gain 3 yards on the positive, and it's fourth down and 7. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Arnold again in the gun, has it back to his left side this time. Man in motion from the right to the left. Arnold, that should have been false start of the quarterback. It was not called. Steps up the pocket, throws across the middle. Intercepted to the 15. Going to the far sideline to the 20. This is Laws out to the 25. Still on his feet and finally get taken down at about the 31, 32-yard line. Another big pick. This time it goes positive for Claiborne.
That's right. It was this time the difference there from the interception earlier on in the game where that last interception was on a big lob. This one was on a bullet pass. And, of course, with Bryce Laws with the football in his hands, he's always a dangerous threat. And he puts Claiborne now in a pretty good position to try and make something happen here as the first half draws near a close with 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock. Got to find some production here and got to find some points on the scoreboard for Coach Medlin and the Bulldogs.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10 ball at the 31-yard line of Claiborne. 2 receiver to the right side. Stone will go under the center, split backs behind him. Stone does not see the pressure. He's going to throw it up. It's a rainbow pass, one-on-one coverage, incomplete. Hayden Holland went up for it, and it will fall incomplete as there's a jump ball between him and Zach Eller.
And the ball again sailed out of bounds. Would have been a very difficult pass for Holland to haul in had he completed that pass. And like you said, Eli Stone was pressured. It seems that there was
a flag on the play for roughing the passer. The quarterback got hit after the fact. So Claiborne gets 15 yards. And we'll reset the chains for the K&K Metal. First down and 10. This time now at the Bulldog 47-yard line. Sometimes you got to take the breaks.
That's right.
Two receivers to the right side. Stone goes again under the center with split backs. Stone again is going to drop. Rolls off right side again, throws off into the flat, and it is incomplete. One Claiborne player. It was intended for Jimmy Dale Irvin. Two players for Johnson County, that being Eller and Nate Rice, had a shot at it. It bounced around long enough.
It seems like they were kind of fighting for the football a little bit. It seemed, as you mentioned, Jimmy Dale Irvin as the intended receiver, and what was almost a nice play ended up almost turning to disaster for Claiborne, putting that ball in the air for just a few more seconds, and anything can happen when the ball is in the air for that long amount of time. The good news for Claiborne, the clock does stop on the incomplete pass.
Second down and 10. Ball still at the Bulldog 47-yard line. Again, two receivers to the right side. Stone this time in the gun. Backing up. Looking, throws off. It is over the head of the intended receiver, Hayden Holland. Holland had actually found a nice pocket in the zone, but Stone's pass will go high, and it'll bring a third down.
Yeah, I think Stone saw that Holland was open, and his eyes may have gotten a little bit too wide and may have jumped the gun there a little bit for the pass, a little too high and sailing incomplete again. But now with third down and 10, you've got to keep putting the ball in the air here on what could be Claiborne's final drive of the half.
Third down and 10. 1:31 left to go first half. Again, Longhorns lead the Bulldogs 12-0. Ball's on the far hash mark as Claiborne goes from left to right. Two receivers to the right side is Dale Irvin and Holland. Stone will go under the center. And I believe Coach Medlin had to spend his third and final, and he does, with 1:31 left to go. All three of Claiborne's timeouts here in the first half as we hold it here were because the play clock, almost said shot clock, the play clock had reached down to 1 second.
Yeah, and of course now having to spend your last timeout with just 91 seconds left here in the first half. Not ideal, especially since you haven't been to midfield yet. That's going to hurt the clock management. Claiborne's going to have to come away with a few big plays through the air in order to try and put some points on the board as the half comes to a close. We mentioned that I believe Claiborne had to call their first timeout of the evening on, I think it was the second drive of the game already, and then their second timeout not much long afterwards. So now, after calling the third TO of the game with 1:31 left, again, the Claiborne offense will have to be relied on heavily here to try and make some production.
So out of timeouts, 1:31 left to go. Claiborne again out of the timeout will be faced with third down. The Bulldogs on the evening 3 of 7 on third downs. This one is third down and 10. Two receivers to the right side. Stone this time will stand in a gun, has a back behind him, kind of split to the left. Man in motion from the left to the right. Fakes the pitch. Stone got a look. Flag on the play, avoids the pressure, steps up again, still on his feet, still running to the 50. Takes a hit to the 45, still on his feet to the 40, lowers the head of the 35, still on his feet, and finally gets taken down at the 32-yard line. But all that's going to be for naught as there was a big hold on the line.
What another bad break there for Claiborne. That was an unbelievable run from Eli Stone. I mean, almost seems like you had to break out the old how many tackles can one man break there on the third down and long. It seems like no matter what was thrown his way, he persevered and was able to get past the chains and then some. But again, like you said, Adam, a crucial penalty brings it back further with the hold before all that scrambling even took place.
Because it is 10 yards from the spot, the ball is now all the way back to the Bulldog 30-yard line. This will be third down and 27 yards to go. They'll split one receiver, make it now two receivers to the left, two to the right. One back in the backfield is Bryce Laws. Stone stepping, looking, fires for Holland. It's complete. Out to the 42-yard line. We have a flag on the play. Nope, timeout taken by Johnson County. with 47 seconds left to go. The pass was good enough for 12 yards, and that is the Longhorns' final timeout here of the first half.
So again, the pass completion to Hayden Holland that goes for a pretty decent gain there.
12 yards.
Only problem was it was on 3rd down and 27. So if they line up and try to go for this one on 4th down, or whether they try and punt it and just don't risk any turnover on downs there and try and give the Longhorns good field position, even though they just spent their last timeout as well.
If I'm Claiborne, and I'm just putting on my coaching hat here, I might punt this one away.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get this, you give Johnson County essentially half the field to go.
Right.
We just saw their punter, Evan Poor, kick out of the shadows of his own end zone and got a pretty decent point out of it. Now he's got more room to work with here. Let the young man try to boot it as far as he can here, and Johnson County, with no timeouts, may just go to the locker room.
You got to think, if you take away that fumble punt just a few seconds into the game, this would be a 6-0 ball game.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, Johnson County's only 2 touchdowns. 1 play off the fumble punt and a blocked field goal taken back to the end zone.
This could very easily be a 3-0 game in favor of Claiborne.
So, 4th down. And Claiborne's going to go for this. Ball's at the 42-yard line. 1 receiver to the right side, 3 to the left. Laws behind Stone, who's in the center. Here comes the pressure. Stone throwing. Jump ball up for grabs. Incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Dale Irvin. And now Johnson County will have the ball at the Bulldog 42-yard line.
Just trying to take a shot there on 4th down and long. It would look like it was a tip drill with the ball hitting several defensive backs' hands before falling to the turf. And now with Johnson County starting another drive early into Claiborne territory with 40 seconds to go. We'll see if Johnson County looks to do what Claiborne just tried to do, and that's put the ball out onto the air for big gains.
The one thing Johnson County struggled with tonight on offense, is throwing interceptions.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a K and Committal 1st down and 10 at the Bulldog 42-yard line. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Arnold in the gun, has it back to his left side. Arnold, high snap, gets it. He's going to step up the pocket, throwing, incomplete. Threw it over the head of his intended receiver, Zach Eller, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's been a nice combination for the Claiborne defense when you talk about the pass rush and the pass coverage for the Bulldogs. The defensive line has gotten in Troy Arnold's face all night, making it a little bit uncomfortable for him as the game has progressed. And then the DBs and the safeties have done a nice job containing their wide receivers. I can't recall an open pass that has given Johnson County a lot of room to work with really all night long. So credit to Claiborne's D.
2nd down and 10. 1 receiver again to the left, 3 to the right. Arnold again in the gun, has it back to his right side. Arnold again rolls off to the right, looking, steps up, still looking, motioning, and fires it complete. It's out to the 30 and down to about the 25-yard line. Passed to Greer. They'll mark Greer out at about the 23-yard line. A gain of 19, another K and K Middle 1st down.
Seemed like Troy Arnold was scrambling for several seconds as we have a no huddle.
And it'll be just a spike by Arnold. He'll clock it with 17 seconds left to go.
As I mentioned, it seemed that Arnold was scrambling for ages, it seemed. Several pump fakes to try and bait the Claiborne defense, and it eventually worked with the pass right in stride to Stacy Greer. And now with the loss of down again on the spike play, got to think that Johnson County will take another shot towards the end zone.
2nd down and 10. Bulls on the far hash mark at the Claiborne 23-yard line. 17 seconds left on the first half clock. Neither team has a timeout. Longhorns will break the huddle. Again, 3 wide to the right, 1 split way out to the left is Eller. Shotgun formation for Arnold. Actually, this is not Arnold. It's going to be a drop back pass into the end zone and intercepted. Claiborne with the interception will bring it out to about the hard line as the quarterback was actually Campbell. And again, Claiborne turns it, gets the turnover by interception by Ethan Poor. And now Claiborne with 10 seconds left to go will probably just go to the locker room.
Yeah, I think that would be the smartest decision, especially backed up deep into your own end zone. Credit to Claiborne's defense for picking up that 3rd interception just of the half. And again, being down 12-0, as you think that just a few more things could have swayed your way and you may be leading this football game, got to be pretty confident going into the half. And as we mentioned, Claiborne will most likely take a knee here.
They're going to split 2 receivers to the right side. 10 seconds left on the clock. Claiborne will start with a K and K Middle 1st down and 10 at their 4-yard line. Stone going to keep it himself. and he'll get taken down for a loss of a couple yards. Actually down to the 1, he lost 3, and that will bring us to the halftime break. 2 special teams plays is the only thing that's got the number 7 team in the state in the lead. But nevertheless, Johnson County leads it at the break by the score of Johnson County 12, Claiborne nothing. Folks, stay tuned. Halftime festivities right after this as you're listening to the Old Town Grill Game of the Week on the LMU Sports Network.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Claiborne will be kicking off to start the second half of action. Johnson County has 2 receivers back at their 20-yard line. Does Claiborne go for an onside the way their defense has been playing? Nope, they'll kick this one deep. And it'll be taken at the 19 off the bounce. To the 25, back to the middle of the field to the 30. To the 35, what a hole to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Still on his feet out to about the 45, 44-yard line. That is Eller that had the return. I talked about an onside with the return. Johnson County has the ball where the onside would have been.
Yeah.
And they will start in Claiborne territory at the Bulldog 44-yard line.
About as positive of a start as you could have hoped for to the second half for the Longhorns on the kick return from Zach Eller, another star-studded senior for Johnson County. So now we'll see how JC lines up for their first drive of the half.
It's a K and Kemetal first down and 10. One receiver to the left side. Man in motion from the left to the right. Hand off to that man in motion is Lane. Lane going off to the right side of the 40 and falls down to the 39-yard line for a gain of right at 4.
You know, it's interesting for the most part, as impressive of a season as Nathan Lane has had so far in 2018, we've not really mentioned his name a whole lot on the offensive side here tonight. They've opted to try and put the ball in the air a lot tonight, and that was a nice play to get things started on first down with a 5-yard pickup on the far sideline.
Second down and 5. We get one receiver to the left side, wings to either side, as Arnold goes under the center. Man in motion now from the right to the left. Hand off to that man in motion to the 40. And a big collision, but the running back will fall forward to about the 35-yard line. Is on the run with Stacy Greer. Look like 2 behemoths hit head on.
I've been very impressed by the sophomore linebacker turned defensive lineman Grant Johnson here for Claiborne so far in this contest. Him and J.J. Helderman, Gage Calebs as well. They've made some big plays up front on the D-line.
So another third down for Johnson County. Had to be false start, I thought there. It's going to be a busted play, and the Longhorns will bring the ball forward to the 30-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, I was like you. I thought that was most certainly a false start penalty against Johnson County. Nonetheless, it wasn't to the officials, and that'll move the chains for a first down. It would definitely be a sigh of relief a little bit for Johnson County if they were to score here on this drive, since their offense really hasn't
not put any points on the board.
Haven't done the bulk of the work here tonight. Well, they did technically with the play after the punt, but it was credited to that special teams play.
It's a K came out on first down and 10. One receiver to the left side. Man in motion from the left to the right. It's going to be a misdirection coming to the near sideline, and Claiborne's got this one scouted to the 33-yard line, as I believe it was Greer tried to come on the misdirection and lost 3.
And Greer was met by the junior tight end / defensive lineman / punter Evan Poor, who got him down low once again and caused the no gain. Well, actually, it was a loss of yardage there. Again, trying for the misdirection for Johnson County, and it was thwarted by Claiborne's D-line once again.
Loss of 3 sets up second down 13. One receiver to the left side. Again, wings off to either as Arnold goes under the center with an ace backfield. Man in motion from the right to the left. It's going to be a play action. Arnold rolls off to the right side, got pressure, looking, throws, it's complete, and it's going to be over to Nathan Lane, and Lane will bring the ball forward to about the 20-yard line, which is right on the first down marker. And they're going to say it is going to be good enough for a first down.
Without a doubt, the best pass of the night from Troy Arnold, especially on the move, faking that sweep that they have run all night long, that being Johnson County, and finding Nathan Lane there right at the first down marker. So how do you bounce back from a play that resulted in a 3-yard loss with a 13-yard pickup through the air?
First down and 10. It's a K&K Metal first down at the 20. One receiver to the left side. Arnold, man in motion from the left to the right, hands off to that man in motion. This is Lane. Lane tries to find the corner, does so. Gets it past the 16 out close to the 15-yard line. And right now, Johnson County just using the backs to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, they're using the speed of those backs primarily, especially on the outside, on the far sideline, that being to try and really gash this Claiborne defense. And thus far, on the opening drive of the second half, they have done so, moving the ball at will.
Second down and 4. Ball over on the far hash mark as Johnson County goes into the south end zone. This time they'll split. I had a confusion. We have a flag on the play. Johnson County had too many men in the huddle, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
First penalty of that kind tonight coming from Coach Curley and the Longhorns. That'll back them up a little bit. But as we've seen, those penalties haven't really hurt Johnson County primarily so far.
Second down and 9 now for the Longhorns. Everybody's on the line. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And gouging Claiborne out to about the 13-yard line is the Longhorns. And we'll wait and see who comes off the bottom of that pile. I believe it was Lane.
Yeah, I think you're right. Nathan Lane with the carry right between the tackles. Everybody was lined up, both on offense and defense, towards as close to the football as they could. But it was a good run from Johnson County's Lane that was aided by the O-line.
Third down and 3. Handoff again, coming to the near sideline, getting the first down. I believe once again is Lane. He'll go inside the 10, near the 7.
Another tough run from the senior Lane, who was met probably at around the line of scrimmage, but was able to push with the help of his fellow offensive lineman to gain some extra yardage. Now Johnson County, without a doubt, the most impressive offensive drive of the game here for the Longhorns. Now they're knocking on Claiborne's door.
7:43 in County left to go third quarter. It's a K&K Metal first down and 10. Quarterback Arnold goes under the center. Hands off, and once again, this will be Johnson County running the ball, this time to the 4-yard line. They have 3 backs in the backfield. We'll see. It looks like they're going to say it went to Stacy Greer, and it'll bring up second down.
Greer again running right up the middle again. The slow and steady rushing attack for Johnson County. You've got to try and play the clock here in the second half. That was what was able to really be your friend there in the first half with some help from the special teams. So they've got to keep riding that clock here in the second half.
Second down, goal to go, ball at the 4. And it's going to be a handoff, this time coming to the left side. Claiborne trying to defend it, and they're going to keep the running back out of the end zone. As again, it was Greer on the run. And again, that's going to be third down for the Longhorns.
Yeah, nothing fancy again, going right back to the well with the same lineup and giving it to Stacy Greer. Johnson County's had the choice of either Greer or Lane here on this drive, and this is a crucial third down call here close to the end zone. We'll see if Claiborne's defense holds up.
Third down, goal to go. Ball at the 1. Look for, actually, they're going to be in the shotgun. It's a direct snap, and it's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown for Nathan Lane. Lane takes the direct snap. As Arnold was off to his right, he'll just scamper in from 1 yard out, and with 6:26 left to go, Johnson County puts another 6 on the board.
Almost identical to the Longhorns' first touchdown of the contest, which came just seconds into it. The direct snap to Nathan Lane. A good call as the offensive line really paved the way for Lane to easily get into the end zone. And that puts Johnson County up now by a crucial 3 scores.
Looks like they will go for 2. Shotgun formation back to either side. It's going to be a direct snap. And Johnson County trying to get over to the left side, cannot do so, and the 2-point conversion is no good. However, timeout of the field, 6:26 left to go, third quarter. Our new score is the Longhorns 18. It's the Bulldogs, nothing.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
6:26 left to go here inside of the third quarter. Johnson County scoring on the opening drive of the third quarter. 11 plays, 5:34 off the clock. Only went 44 yards. They have yet to start a drive on their side of the field. They put another 6 on the board, and it's now 18-0 in favor of the Longhorns. As here comes the kickoff, end over end. It's going to be skipped and stopped, picked up at the 10-yard line. To the 15, making the first person miss and not the second. And it'll be Claiborne starting with the football after the Ethan Poor return. And they will start about the 22-23-yard line.
So it will be very key here for the Bulldogs as they start their first drive of the second half. Now down by 3 scores. You can't get rattled again by giving up this opening drive touchdown to Johnson County that, again, nearly has taken half of this quarter.
6:21 left to go. To be a K&K Metal first down and 10 for the Bulldogs, starting at their 23-yard line on the near hash mark. Going from left to right on your radio dial. 2 receivers to the right side. Stone goes under the center with split backs. Stone, option. It's going to hand off, come to the near sideline, out to the 30-yard line. And on the run will Storm Livesey. He'll bring the ball out to about the 31-yard line. And good run.
Decent start to the drive from Storm Livesey. Again, they've had a nice balance tonight with Livesey and Laws there in the backfield, that being the Bulldogs. And again, we'll see if these heavy dose of runs lead to a wide open pass here, maybe somewhere down the road on this drive.
Second down in 2. 2 receivers again to the right side. Stone again goes under the center with split backs. Stone going to keep it himself, trying to go up the middle. He might have picked up a yard. And it'll bring up third down.
Stone is able to get a little bit of positive yardage, but not enough to pass the sticks. And again, obviously this is a very crucial third down call for Coach Medlin and Claiborne to start this drive. You don't want to give the ball right back to Johnson County. Actually, they're going to say it is a first down.
So he did get the first.
Yeah, so it was a late signal by the official. So never mind. It's back down to first down.
We'll give him the first down. It's a K&K Metal first down. Just near the 32-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side. Again, Stone goes under the center with split backs. Johnson County, 8 guys in the box. Stone dropping, looking, feels pressure, throws off. Almost intercepted by a defensive lineman. And it'll be incomplete.
Yeah, the ball almost sailed right into the hands of Johnson County's Tyler Phillips, who is a senior listed as a linebacker on the roster. It nearly just fell right into his hands. Again, tremendous pressure by the Longhorns defensive line that forced the pass. I think he tried to get it in the hands of Laws, but instead falls incomplete.
Second down and 10. 5:18 left to go third quarter. Again, Longhorns lead this one 18-0. Claiborne will split 2 receivers out to the left side. Stone will go under the center, split backs behind him. Stone hands off Laws, and Laws is going to be wrapped up and dropped by the Longhorns back to the 30-yard line.
Star running back Nathan Lane was one of the several Johnson County defensive players to meet Laws before he could get back to the sticks. That makes it third down and long. Again, not a great series there for Claiborne, obviously, with the incomplete pass and then the run for a loss. Got to try and put it in the air here on third down. Maybe try and throw the ball towards Hayden Holland direction.
Claiborne was 3 of 8 on third down in the first half. This will be third down, and that's called a long 11. They're behind the chains. 2 receivers to the left side. Stone again will go under the center. Stone drops, looks, feels pressure, rolls off left side. He's going to run with it, and he's going to get taken down for a gain of about 1, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Tyler Norris with the stop, the senior 5'11", 200-pound linebacker that was able to catch Stone. I think had he broken that tackle, he could have maybe turned on the Jets enough to maybe pick up the first down, but nonetheless, we'll never know thanks to Norris's good tackle.
Stone kind of favoring his ankle a little bit. But he's going to stay on the field. The punter will come off, and Claiborne will go for this on fourth down. The Bulldogs are 0 for 2 on fourth downs here this evening. This one's a big one, fourth down and 10. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Stone in the gun, has a back with him behind him. Stone. And
false start, I believe.
Wait and get the indication here. And it's going to be a false start against Claiborne.
Seems like there were several Bulldog players that moved just a hair early before the snap. That may send out the punting unit for Claiborne. Now that they've been backed up 5 yards, I believe it will.
It does, as we'll see Evan Poor, the junior, come on to the field.
May have been best case scenario there for Claiborne. Not sure if they would have converted that 4th down and long. Instead, you're going to punt the ball away to Johnson County and try and pin the Longhorns into their own side of the field on offense for what would be the first time tonight.
So let's see, 4th down, let's call it 14. Poor gets the best snap he's had all evening. High punt that will eventually roll over, and Claiborne will down it at the Johnson County 46-yard line. And for the first time this evening, the Longhorns will start on their side of the field at the, they'll say, the 45-yard line. So worst field position the Longhorns will start with is we have 3:35 left to go, third quarter, and Johnson County leading 18-0.
And for Coach Curley, you'll definitely take that with your worst field position of the game coming at your own 45. You know that you're winning the field position battle when that is the case.
Makes for a good average in the stat book.
No doubt about that.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10. Again, they'll go with a full house backfield. Pitch out to the right side. This is into the hands of Lane. Lane gets the corner to the 50, still on his feet, 45, still on his feet to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. I don't know how he got through there, but he did. Touchdown, Johnson County. Touchdown, Nathan Lane from 55 yards out.
Boy, it seemed like Lane was just steps away from breaking a run huge as this game has progressed. This time he finally does so. Looked like he tiptoed the sideline for about 10 yards or so, all the way over there, right in front of his teammates on the sideline. He breaks through. The speed wins over the Claiborne secondary, and it results in 6 more points for the visitors.
So now the Longhorns will attempt the extra point. On for the attempt will be McFadden. Snap down, the attempt is up, and the attempt by McFadden is good. Timeout on the field with 3:29 left to go. Our new score, it is Johnson County 25. It is Claiborne 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
3:29 left to go, third quarter. Johnson County just scoring on a one-play drive, 55 yards. It took Lane 6 seconds to run 55 yards. The extra point is good, and it's now 25-0 as the Longhorns kick this one off to be picked up at the 12. Coming to the near sideline of the 20, to the 25 stiff arm, and Laws eventually gets pushed out of bounds at the 27-28-yard line. And that's what the Bulldogs will start with a K&K Metal first down and 10.
Well, the Claiborne offense will head right back onto the field after the one-play drive from Johnson County. Again, the only problem there is that the Longhorns put 6 more points on the board, so now facing a 25-point deficit for Claiborne. It's got to be points, and it's got to be points quickly.
3:23 left to go, third quarter. It'll be a K&K Metal first down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 28-yard line on the near hash mark.
I can see yardage. I can't see the players now.
There'll be 2 receivers off to the left side. Stone again goes under the center. Split backs behind him. Johnson County with 8 guys, make it 7 guys in the box. Hand off to Laws up the middle, and they're all over this as Laws will be taken down for a gain of, let's call it 1.
Tyrone McFadden, a junior linebacker for Johnson County, was the first there to make the stop.
The kicker.
That's right. He's been he's had a lot of plays tonight defensively, primarily having success rushing the quarterback Stone tonight.
It'll be second down and 9.
Speaking of Stone, he's still hobbling a little bit on that ankle.
He is. Ever since he scrambled on that play, I think it was a third down play on the last drive.
Sure was.
Second down and 9. One receiver off to either side. Stone under the center, split backs. Stone dropping, looking, throws. One-on-one coverage. It's complete out to midfield into the hands of Holland. And it's going to be a huge pass completion. Give it 21 yards and another K&K Metal first down and 10.
Boy, it seems like you can throw the ball just about anywhere in his reach. And Hayden Holland will have the ability to pull it down. What a nice pass completion there. It seemed like he was wide open once the ball was out of Stone's hands. And he completes it all the way out to midfield. So that could be the kick starter for this drive that Claiborne needs.
On a K&K Metal first down and 10. Two receivers to the right side. They're going to split two to the left. Stone again in the gun. Man in motion now from the left to the right. I'll make three receivers to the right side. Laws in the backfield with Stone. Stone dropping. Looking, sets up the screen, throws off to Laws, and it's going to be incomplete. Laws could not get a handle on it, which is probably a good thing because he would have lost a lot of yardage if he had it, and it'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I think that he sensed the presence of Tyrone McFadden, who was right on his tail, the junior linebacker, again, right there in the vicinity. So probably, like you said, a good thing it was an incomplete pass there on the short pass completion. But again, for Claiborne, with 2 minutes to go in the third, they've got to try and keep putting the ball here in the air, down now by 4 scores.
Second down and 10, ball at midfield. Claiborne will break the huddle with one receiver to the left side, three to the right. Again, shotgun formation for Stone. Almost a pistol look with Laws behind him. Stone dropping. Here comes the pressure. Stops, throws across. It is complete out to the 42-yard line. Jimmy Dale Irvin with the reception to the 42, 43-yard line. Now it looks like they're marking him at the 43 and to bring up third down.
Nate Rice was able to bring Jimmy Dale Irvin down, but not before a nice pass completion. Again, I mentioned it very early on that I thought that Claiborne would need to line up in the shotgun or the pistol tonight for the majority of the matchup to try and stay competitive with Johnson County in the game through the air in the passing game, and they've been successful this drive.
Third down and 3. Two receivers to the left side. Split backs behind Stone. He's going to hand off up the middle. Law still on his feet to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Muscle his way to the 15, and muscles his way down to the 11-yard line. Speed and muscle that time for the senior puts the Bulldogs in the red zone.
More of the latter. There was more of a little bit of muscle there for Bryce Laws through the middle, dragging some Longhorns with him for the big run gain. It had been a while, I think, since Claiborne went back to that fullback dive, and that time it paid dividends for the huge run from Laws up the middle.
32 yards on the rush, puts it at the 11. It's a K&K Metal first down and 10. Two receiver to the right side, split backs with Stone. Stone's going to keep it himself to the 10, using the wall of blockers to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Claiborne. They're on the board.
And just what the Bulldogs needed there, using the momentum off the Laws run just moments earlier. This direct snap to Stone, who then powers it in with his legs with a convoy of wide receiver blockers in front of him. And that makes the score now 25-6. So again, the first time Claiborne has been on the end zone. The key there, they didn't make any mistakes there on the drive that led to Johnson County perhaps trying to capitalize.
They're going to go for 2 here. Split one receiver to the left side. They're going to split one to the right. Split backs again with Stone under the center. Stone drops, looks, tipped, and incomplete. Pass was going across on a slant pattern. It was knocked down. But time out of the field. We'll take this one with you. 56 seconds left to go, third quarter. Our new score. It is Johnson County 25. It is Claiborne 6.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Claiborne scoring on a drive, 6 plays, 2:25 off the clock. That went 72 yards. And it's now 25-6, still Johnson County with the lead. But I kind of wonder, let's go ahead and count it. We got 12 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in regulation. If you combine what's left here in the third of the fourth, do they go for the onside here, or do you kick it deep and hope to play defense?
You may try and catch Johnson County off guard with the offside kick. I would certainly contemplate it if I was Coach Medlin, especially the way that the defense played in the first half.
Howard. It is going to be an onside. Johnson County cannot get on it, and it's going to be Claiborne, I believe, that's got the ball. And it's going to be Claiborne football, as Johnson County could not get a hold of it, and the Bulldogs will have possession off the onside kick at about the 42-yard line.
Look at Coach Haley with the call there on the offside kick.
I get one every so often.
Well, nice execution by Claiborne to be able to get the ball right back. It was a great answer, speaking of the previous drive, after Nathan Lane scampered into the end zone with a one-play drive before. So now if the Bulldogs can score quickly here, they'd be right back in business.
To Kane came out first, down and 10 at the Johnson County 42. 2 receiver to the left side, split backs behind Stone. Stone drops option. Ball's on the ground, and I believe Claiborne will fall back on this one for a loss, as it was Goins that could not take the pitch.
We saw Cumberland Gap struggle with that a few times a week ago. That led, it was a key component of what led that match into overtime. And there was a similar result there, almost giving the ball right back to Johnson County, but good awareness by Goins to fall on the loose football.
Second down and 11, ball in the near hash mark, under 30 seconds left to go, third quarter. 2 receiver to the left side, split backs behind Stone. Looking at 8 in the box, Stone hands it off past the 40, and pushing the ball to the 36-yard line was Storm Livesey, and that looks like it may be the final play of this quarter, as we are up under 5 seconds and counting, and that will do it. We have played 3 quarters of action. Our score, it is Johnson County 25. It is Claiborne 6.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales, located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway, or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Back to Bulldog Field, 12 minutes left to go in regulation, 25-6. Johnson County leads Claiborne. It's third down, let's call it 4. Stone rolling out, he's got some room. He's to the 30 and gets taken down by the ankle at the 29-yard line, but I believe that should be good enough for another K&K Metal first down, and it is.
Doesn't help Stone's problems with his ankle there, as he was met down low. Landed a little awkwardly there on the turf, but nonetheless looks like he will remain in the game, and it's not bad enough to keep him out of the game, I should say. So, again, Claiborne's still rolling now after the onside kick recovery.
A K&K Metal first down and 10 at the 29. 2 receiver to the left side. Split backs behind Stone. Stone hands it off, come to the near sideline to the 30, trying to break tackles out to the 25, near the 24-yard line. And it's going to be Bryce Laws on that carry.
Claiborne running an up-tempo style now here. Again, sticking with the run for the majority of this drive, but getting those snaps off in quick fashion. And again, it was a nice balance this drive of getting Eli Stone with a lot of work on his legs so far, and it was Laws that time.
2 receivers will split to the right side. Stone again goes under the center. Split backs behind him on second down and 5. Stone Hands off up the middle, and Laws will give that tackle to the turf monster as he'll go down at the 18-yard line. It isn't good enough for another K&K Metal first down and 10.
Yeah, Laws once again just a couple of steps away from getting right back into the end zone again as bursting in through the hole of the Johnson County defense and being brought down at the last second. I think, once again, you may be able to credit that tackle to the field.
I think the carpet gremlin got him on that one. It's going to be a K&K Metal first down and 10, and this time at the 19-yard line of Johnson County. Two receiver to the left side, split backs behind Stone. Stone drops, throws, it's complete to the 15 and out to about the 13-yard line as he got it quickly into the hands of Hayden Holland.
Stacy Greer able to make the tackle on Holland. Holland did receive a nice block there from Claiborne's Jimmy Dale Irvin, but again, a nice tackle from behind on Stacy Greer as a result of the second down and about a 5-yard pickup there.
It was 5 yards on the catch. Under 10 minutes now left to play fourth quarter. 25-6, Johnson County leads. Two receiver to the right side on second down and 5. Split backs behind Stone, who goes under the center. Stone hands it off up the middle, and again it is, I believe, Bryce Laws down to about the 7-yard line.
Again, the Johnson County defense has really not been able to contain this Claiborne rushing attack. Again, the Bulldogs have been limited to only 6 points thus far due to some of those bad breaks they had primarily in the first half. But again, the rushing defense, if you're Coach Medlin, you've got to be very pleased with that tonight.
It's a K&K Metal first down, goal to go, and Johnson County's got to take a timeout to think about this one. 9:28 left to go here inside of the fourth quarter. It is 25-6 in favor of Johnson County. Let's take this break here on the Old Town Grill.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
They are in the process of resetting the clock. At the moment, we have 9 minutes. I believe 9:28 should be on the clock. Johnson County leads 25-6, just spending their first time out here of the second half. And right now, Claiborne using the onside kick, the momentum, the home crowd, trying to claw their way back into this one.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the second drive of the game, only converted with a touchdown the previous one, and now an onside kick leading to maybe another score.
First down, goal to go. Stone, rolling, still on his feet, trying to get back up to the middle of the field. He'll take a loss of yardage to the 10-yard line, a loss of 3.
Stone was able to break 2 tackles on that play, but nonetheless still loses 3 yards on the carry. Again, on the quarterback scramble that had worked wonders on the previous drive and was working well on this drive as well, but on that situation, not to a positive result for the Claiborne offense.
Second down, goal to go. Ball at the 10-yard line. Two receiver to the left side. Stone goes under the center with split backs. Stone drops, wanting to throw, goes across the middle, and it's too high for Holland, who had the spot. It would have been in the end zone.
Again, Holland, the favorite target tonight for the Bulldogs. It was also Ethan Poore, who was in the vicinity there in the end zone, the junior wide receiver, who hasn't been able to catch a ball tonight. Again, an incomplete pass that will stop the clock for the moment, but now it's a crucial third down and 10 with Claiborne desperately trying to get to the end zone once more.
Claiborne 5 of 11 on third downs here in the game, but they are 2 for 3 in the second half. Two receiver to the right side. Stone hands off up the middle, moving the pile to about the 4-yard line will be Bryce Laws, and it'll bring up fourth down.
So obviously fourth down territory there with the run up the middle on third down and long for Bryce Laws. And now, of course, we must convert this one if you are Claiborne and Coach Medlin to stay in it. And anything else has got to be a disappointment. You've got to put 6 on the board for Claiborne. Claiborne
is 0 for 2 on third downs this evening. This one is huge. 8:15 and counting still left to go here inside of the fourth quarter. Clocks in Longhorn favor. 3 receivers to the right side. Stone goes under the center with an ace back. Stone rolls, looks, pressure, throws off. It's going to be incomplete. Nearly intercepted. It's going to fall to the turf, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Again, another just gut-wrenching play from Claiborne that resulted in the incomplete pass. Again, he had him in the area, but again, floated it maybe a little bit too much of a lob for the completion there. Batted away by the Johnson County defensive lineman the second time tonight that a fourth down well into Longhorn territory resulted in 0 points for Claiborne, and the score will stay right where it was.
25-6 is our score. 7:57 left to go fourth quarter. Johnson County will now start at their own 5-yard line. No receivers, everybody bunched up in the backfield. Going to be rolling out, looking, coming to the near sideline, and taking a hit and going down about the 5-6 yard line. As that was Nathan Lane picking up 1 yard.
Lane was met, I believe, by Storm Livesey as the first Claiborne player to make contact on the short gain. He made sure that they brought Lane down to the turf this time as he brought it all the way to the house the last time that he touched the football.
It'll be second down. Let's call it 9 yards to go. Ball resting at the Johnson County 6 yard line. Again, no receivers in this formation. Everybody bunched up in the backfield. Low snap is going through. It's going to be running out. Trying to run out to the far sideline. Being tripped up, still on his feet, taking a hit. I believe that is Nathan Lane. And it's going to be out to the 12-yard line. We have, I believe, a flag on the play. We have actually an injured Longhorn. As both teams will now retreat to their respective sidelines with 7:07 left to go here inside of this fourth quarter.
Well, what a play.
What a crazy play.
Yeah, what a bizarre play. It seemed that Claiborne was surely on their way to a safety. I think, like you said, it may have been Lane there that was trying to escape a lot of Bulldog defenders and was able to do so and somehow get out of his own end zone for a positive gain. What a miraculous effort there from Johnson County.
Give 7 yards on the run to Lane. It's going to bring up third down once we get through this injury timeout. Johnson County on the evening is 4 of 7 on third down. As they are attending to, I believe it's a lineman that is actually down. As he comes now up. And they're going to say that is Jamal Scott, number 55, the junior, who will now trot over to the sideline. And it's going to bring up third down for the Longhorns. Third down, 3 yards to go.
Like we mentioned, Johnson County's not been as successful from third down, but this one is third and manageable.
Very quickly in region, West Green led North Green 34-0 at the break. Unicoi leading Chucky Doak 42-10 in the third.
How about the Blue Devils there over Chucky Doak?
Third down here for the Longhorns. Trying to move some players around. Again, no receivers. Everybody lined in the backfield. Arnold under the center. Hands off. Coming over to the near sideline. Trying to try up the middle. And has got some room to the 25 to the 30. 35 to the 40. To the 45. Still on his feet and just falls down. As I believe the running back, Nathan Lane, not sure what he did there, as he just kind of got to the 45-yard line and kind of just fell to the turf as we get an illegal shift against Johnson County. Kind of a weird play just to, I don't know if he realized it was a flag there and was just like, you know what, I'm just going to go down and we're just going to.
It may have been that, or he may have tweaked it a little bit. Maybe
I thought he cramped up, but he got back up.
Maybe trying to make a cut there in the open field, but like you said, he may have recognized that it was a flag against Johnson County and just saved himself the energy of running all the way to the end zone, as he seemed he was maybe on his way to doing. So that backs up Johnson County very much on third down.
Back to the 8-yard line. Third down once again. Third down. Let's call it 8 yards to go. Again, full house backfield for Arnold. Arnold is going to hand off to the far sideline. Speed on display As I believe that was Kimball on the run out to the 16-yard line, and that will be good enough for another K&K Metal first down and 10.
Another junior running back for Johnson County that can be dangerous when you give him space. When the blocking works for Johnson County, those runs on the outside can definitely do wonders, especially when the defensive backs complete their assignments and the result's a first down.
K&K Metal first down and 10 at the Johnson County 16-yard line. Handoff going now to the far sideline. Taking a hit, I believe this is Kimball again, bringing the ball forward past the 20 to about the 23-yard line.
As much as Johnson County has really been able to run the ball effectively tonight, we've mentioned the 3 straight interceptions in the second quarter. They've not fumbled the ball at all tonight, as much as they've been able to run the football. For a team that runs as heavily as they do, it's easy to cough up the ball a couple of times, but Johnson County has not done that tonight, so credit to them for avoiding those mistakes.
Second down, short 5 to go. Johnson County quickly snapping the football. And I believe this is Arnold still got the ball, the quarterback. He's passed out to the 40, out to the 42, 43-yard line. He just took the draw right up the middle as soon as he caught the ball.
Seems like he just kept going and going and going. It looked like the Energizer Bunny there, dragging some Claiborne Bulldogs with him for a huge gain on first down. The best thing that is happening for Johnson County here is that clock keeps ticking with a 25-6 lead with these run plays one after the other. With Johnson County backed up deep after forcing the turnover on downs for the Bulldogs, that's been the best thing as they've had a lot of field in front of them.
It's another K&K Metal first down and 10. No receivers, ball resting at the Johnson County 43-yard line. Pitch out to the near side to the 40, trying to cut back to the 45-yard line, taking a hit into Claiborne territory. And going down at about the 47-yard line for the Longhorns. On the run was Greer.
And Johnson County now beginning to wear down the Claiborne defense as this drive progresses with these successive runs that keep resulting in positive plays.
That was 10 yards and another K&K Metal first down and 10.
Now into Claiborne territory.
I was going to say, as they put it into Bulldog territory at the Claiborne 47-yard line. 4:37 in counting fourth quarter. Johnson County leading 25-6. Handoff up the middle. And this, I believe, is Kimball again, bringing the ball forward past the 45 to about the 43-yard line.
Again, another decent game. We saw Claiborne have a lot of those runs here this evening with not any runs that go for 10, 15, 20 yards, but a lot of 4, 5, 6-yard gains. Johnson County's had a lot of those tonight, too.
Just need 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yep.
Second down and 6, handoff again up the middle to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. And down to about the 27-yard line. Again, they're going to say it was Greer.
Greer with another run. He's been impressive on this drive. What could be the way that the clock is moving and the way Johnson County is running the football could be the final Johnson County drive of the game. Now deep into Claiborne's side of the field, just trying to run out this one. What could be the 5th victory of the year for JC.
Down to the 28-yard line for the K&K Metal first down and 10. This is going to be the quarterback keeper, Arnold, bouncing off to the left side. And he'll bring the ball forward to about the 25-yard line for a gain of 3.
Very similar to that play a few moments ago as Arnold just took the snap and just kind of ran with it right up the middle, saw a little hole that the offensive line created and capitalized on that for a 3 yards pickup.
When you're 6 foot 215, you can run the ball where you want to through a line.
Yes, you sure can.
It'll be second down. Let's call it 7 yards to go. Again, it's going to be a handoff going up the middle. Bringing the ball forward past the 20, near the 15-yard line, is going to be Greer. And right now, Johnson County is just using that offensive line and just following them all the way the length of the field.
It's very reminiscent of Claiborne's second drive of the game when they started very deep in their own territory and they've just been able to chew up the clock and push the ball deep down the field at the same time.
K&K Metal first down, kick out to the left side off the pitch, to the 15, to the 10, and inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line is Jared Kimball.
Kimball upended a little bit by a Claiborne defender, but still enough presence of mind to pick up another substantial gain on first down. And again, to avoid a turnover, Johnson County has really protected the football very well tonight as has Claiborne, really. It's been a very clean matchup in terms of turnovers.
Second down and 2. 2:10 and counting left to go fourth quarter. Pitch out, left side, Kimball gets the first down. Stutter stepping, he gets in. Touchdown, Jared Kimball from 8 yards out.
And that will most likely put the cherry on top for Johnson County, as Kimball again scampering towards the far sideline, gets enough room to push for 6 more points, and that should seal the deal for the Longhorns.
We have 2:02 left to go here inside of the fourth quarter, as it'll be Johnson County. Well, I thought they might attempt the extra point. Looks like they will go for 2. And the way they've been running the ball, 3 yards should be pretty simple. Split backs. Pitch out, coming to the near sideline, and he's got a lane, and he's in there. 2-point conversion is good on the run, and that brings us to a timeout of the field. 2:02 left to go here inside of regulation. Our new score is Johnson County 33. It is Claiborne 6.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Longhorns again with Happy Valley and North Green up on their schedule, as they looks like they'll improve to 5-1. Could be 7-1 when they travel to Cloudland, that being the Longhorns.
Here's the kickoff taken at the 5-yard line. Out to the 20. This is Laws trying to reverse to the near sideline to the 25. Still on his feet to the 30. Still on his feet to the 35. And eventually gets taken down out of bounds. Looks like they'll mark him out at about the 37-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will start with a K&K Metal first down and 10, as Claiborne will take a timeout. And while they do that, let's take a look around the scoreboard here. There have been a few finals as well as a few other games. Cherokee leads Cotton County in the fourth, 31-22. South Green has defeated Cosby tonight 48-0. Cloudland, who we were just talking about, defeated Unaka 64-0 this evening.
Wow.
Hancock County led Jellicoe at the break 6-0. West Green led North Green at the break 34-0. Alcoa has defeated Northview Academy tonight 63-0. Union County and Sullivan South just down the road here 14-14 in the fourth. Fulton leads Carter in the fourth 36-0. Austin East leads Scott in the fourth 52-0. Gibbs leads Sevier County in the fourth 22-14. Meigs County improves to 6-0, defeating Cumberland County 42-3. Maryville leads William Blunt in the fourth 48-10. Oneida defeats Rockwood tonight 14-7. Wartburg was leading Cumberland Gap in the third 40-0. 4 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. Clinton leads West 7-0.
Thanks for throwing that on me, by the way.
It's still a touchdown game. Out of the timeout, 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. I'm waiting to see if, I believe we have a new quarterback into the contest, and we do. It's Evan Poor. He's going to wind up and throw on first place. Got a receiver there, and it's just behind the intended receiver, incomplete. But Poor, man, he had a cannon of an arm on that throw.
Yeah, what would that have been like for your first pass completion, most likely of the season, to be a huge what would have been a touchdown, I believe, just inches away there from possibly reaching all the way to the end zone, just out of the reach from Evan Poor to Ethan Poor.
Poor to Poor.
Yep.
Falls incomplete. It's going to be second down now for Claiborne. Ball again at their 37-yard line, trailing 33-6 with 1:45 on the clock. One receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Poor drops, looks, and he's going to get sacked. Poor will be taken down on the sack. See where they'll mark him. They'll mark him at the 30 for a loss of 7. First sack of the evening.
Yeah.
believe for either team.
I think you're right. I think that is the first sack of teams.
So Claiborne again faced with third down, 5 of 12 on third down this evening. This will be third down and long. One receiver to the left side. Make it now 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Poor in the gun, has a back with him. It's Laws. Poor rolling out, being pressured, throws off, incomplete. Try to get it off to, I believe that was Blaine Kaler, number 10. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Nate Rice was in the vicinity there of Kaler, which forces the fourth down. 2 incomplete passes and a sack on the drive here for Claiborne. And looks like the Bulldogs will opt to punt it back to Johnson County.
So Johnson County will get the ball. We have 1:06 left to go here inside of this contest. As we said, Johnson County next week will be back home for Happy Valley. Claiborne actually has their off week next week.
And definitely with a pretty nice performance tonight. Again, 33-6. Definitely not indicative of the Bulldogs' performance this evening. They have a lot of positives.
End over end punt taken at the 40-yard line. To the 45, far sideline 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Flag on the play as it'll be taken down at about the 28-yard line. This one's going to come back for a defensive penalty. And you got to think with 54 seconds left to go, more than likely Johnson County will probably just take a knee.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see what the indication is going to be. I imagine it's going to be a block in the back at around the 40-yard line.
Right. Typically the common penalty there on punt returns and kick returns alike.
And it's actually going to be a hold.
There you go. Another common penalty there in special teams. Either a block in the back or the hold can happen very often.
Had some careless whisper in the background there for a second.
We sure did.
I was enjoying that.
Nice job, saxophone.
Longhorns will take over at midfield at the 50-yard line. It'll be a Kane Kemetal first down and 10 with 54 seconds left to go. And again, got to imagine they'll just go into the victory formation here and take a knee. And they will. They'll have to take the snap one more time, and they will get out of here with the victory. Again, Johnson County, number 7 team in the state, will improve to 5-1, 3-0 in the region, keeping up with Unicoi County, who will believe will go to 6-1, 3-0 in the region. Chuckett Oak will fall to 1-2 tonight. So will Claiborne. West Green will join them at 1-2 with the victory over North Green if that score holds up. And what sets up a 3-way tie for the 3rd place in the region as we move our way into the month of October. Longhorns have to take one more snap. They do so. And that will do it, or should do it here, as the two teams start shaking hands. First half, Claiborne hangs with them. Special teams is their Achilles heel. Second half, Johnson County is running this attack, wears down Claiborne's defense. A valiant effort by the Bulldogs tonight, but unfortunately it'll be Johnson County, the number 7 team in the state, who will walk out the winner on homecoming as it is the final. Johnson County defeats Claiborne tonight by the final score of 33-6. Folks, stay tuned. Our post-game wrap-up here for the Old Town Grill Game of the Week coming up right after this. Again, Longhorns defeat the Bulldogs tonight by the final score of 33-6.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
It's a final here from Bulldog Field tonight. The Bulldogs will fall in homecoming 2018 after giving it a valiant effort, but falling to the number 7 team in the state and the Johnson County Longhorns by the final score of 33-6. For Claiborne, they fall to 1-6 on the season. For Johnson County, they'll improve to 5-1 on the season. Next week, we're going back over to Cumberland Gap High School as the Panthers will play host to the Jellicoe Blue Devils on our Old Town Grill Game of the Week, and we'll hope you'll join us with us. Again, Claiborne falls tonight to Johnson County, 33-6. For everyone behind the scenes of the Old Town Grill Game of the Week, we'll see you next week.